everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Send Deck Pics. I'm Apero. I'm going to be guiding you through this deck today, and then we'll be going to see some gameplay. So for those who might be new to the series, the way it works is that I invite newbies and beginner players to send me copies or screenshots of their collection. Usually it's not a complete collection, quite the opposite. And then I build for them a deck and I show them how to play it in these videos, and then I leave it to them and hopefully they have fun with it and discover that they can win some games. Today we're looking at a deck that I've built for a user called Impaired. So I've called it Impaired Reveal, which is a little bit funny as well because it is a bit impaired. There's a lot of cards we don't have, a lot of cards that weren't available to this user, so we've made do with what we have. I'm going to go quickly now to just show you the cards that we were working with. First we'll have a little look at the neutrals. And now we'll have a little look at the Nilfgaard cards that he sent through. Great, so now we've seen what he sent me, and there are obviously quite a few limitations in that. I've gone ahead and created this deck with the assumption that he will be able to craft 2 silver cards. So we already know, he told me when he submitted this these photos, that he had 200 scraps, but I could also see, just by observing the screenshots he sent, that there are a few duplicates, and in fact quite a lot of duplicates that could be milled, so I've just kind of taken the leap and assumed that we can craft 2 silver cards. I'll talk about what those are in a second. Before I begin, I do encourage you to hit that subscribe button. I'm pretty new to creating regular content on YouTube, so I appreciate any and all support you can show. If you are interested in watching me live, I stream on Twitch and the link is down there. And if you want to submit your own collection to have an episode made for you, if you're also a new player, please feel free to follow the link to the Discord, also down there, and I will be glad to help you out, hopefully. So let's have a look at this deck that we're working with here. This is a version of a reveal deck. So as you can see, we've got the deck list here on the left, and then the card descriptions are over on the right. Haha. There we go. Not a mirror image, this camera. Okay. Also, excuse me for speaking so quietly. I'm kind of working with an asleep fiance in the other room, so I'm trying to be a little bit subtle about it. Okay, let's start, as we usually do, with the bronzes. The bronzes form the core of any deck, and it's very important to kind of see what we're working with here. Mangonels are one of the few engines, in fact, pretty much the only engine that this deck runs. Mangonels allow you to strike a random opponent for 2 points every time a card is revealed, be it on your side or on the opponent's side. This can obviously be very powerful when we are running a leader such as Voorhis that reveals 4 cards. If we have 1 Mangonel down, that's 8 points of damage. If we have 3 Mangonels down, that's 24 points of damage, plus the 7 of Voorhis itself, plus some other cards that we'll look at in a second. So that can be extremely important. The Venendal Elite we'll come to later, but the golems are one of the most important things in this deck. I would encourage Impaired to actually craft a 3rd golem. He only had 2 when he submitted his collection. I would encourage him to craft a 3rd. The golem shows itself, gets pulled out of your deck basically, when you reveal an opponent's card, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, there we go. Should double check those ones. So that every time you reveal an opponent's card, the golem comes out of your deck. As a result, when we're mulliganing, this is always the first card we mulligan. I'll talk a little bit about blacklisting in the gameplay, but the idea is if we mulligan it first, if we have one of these in our opening hands, we mulligan it first, then that means we will not pull a second one. We never want to have these in our hands, always in our deck, so that they can pop out. To the contrary, the Dalen soldiers belong in our hand. Why? Because the Dalen soldiers will jump out onto the board and be replaced with another card from your deck when you reveal them. So if you use Voorhis, which I showed you before, he can reveal 4 cards. We reveal 2 of our opponent's cards, plus 2 Dalen soldiers, for example. The Imperial golems will come out on our board for the opponent's cards, and then these Dalen soldiers will pop out of our hand and draw 2 extra cards directly out of our hand, which means that we have 6 plus 8, yeah, so some quick maths, that's 14, plus the 7 of Voorhis itself, means that we have a 21 point play straight away. If we have the mangonels as well, suddenly you're looking at a huge tempo swing. This is particularly impressive when you're on red coin, because it can force your opponent to go down 2 cards, which is very good. And because we don't have a lot of power, raw power in this hand aside from these opening moves, this is something we really want to get right. And on blue coin it can be a little bit tricky. You can see in the gameplay examples I play into blue coin, but you could also consider dry passing depending on the matchup. That's your call. The fire scorpions are also kind of cool. So basically what they are is that when you reveal them, you can hit an opponent by 5. And I should be more clear, every time you reveal them, you can hit an opponent by 5. That distinction is going to become important a little bit later. We've spoken about the mangonels already. The alchemists, very simple card, staple of the reveal archetype. They reveal 2 cards. Yep. So they help us reveal these fire scorpions or these Dalen soldiers or the opponent's cards to make sure these golems come out. Obviously, one of our strongest priorities is to get these golems out early. The last thing we want is to neglect to get these golems out onto the board. We reveal, for example, our Dalen soldiers, and suddenly we have a golem in our hand. This is why revealing the opponent's cards should be one of your first priorities. Yep. Okay, so those are our bronzes. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot our little friend Venendal Elite. Venendal Elite switches its unit's power with that of a revealed unit. Now, unfortunately, in gameplay, we never had the situation of having Cantarella in hand at the same time as having Venendal Elite in hand. But one of the core moves of the reveal archetype, and I'm telling you this now because we don't get to see it in gameplay later, is that you reveal the Cantarella. Yeah, you reveal your own Cantarella, not the opponent's, your own Cantarella for 13 points. Then you play Venendal Elite. It switches power with the Cantarella, meaning you play a 13-point Venendal Elite, and suddenly your spy is worth 1 point. That means you're basically getting a free card. You're getting a card for -1, which is almost as good as you're going to get in Gwent. So it's a very powerful move. As I said, we unfortunately did not have that situation arise during gameplay, so I encourage you to try it though. It feels good when you pull it off, I can tell you that. Okay, so those are our bronzes. Let's have a little look at our silvers. Scorch is going to be one of our main finishes. If you have a look at our deck, you can see that the power level is actually not particularly high, just in terms of raw power. We're looking at 9s, 7s, we've got a 13, but that'll be on the opponent's side of the board, maybe on ours, but we'd probably play this quite early, the Venendal Elite Cantarella combination that I just described to you. Vatia is the only other card that bumps above 10. So in that situation, we're in a pretty nice position. Honestly, when we first built this deck on stream, I didn't have Scorch in there. This is one of the cards that I'm going to encourage Impaired to craft. It is a staple of so many decks, and really it's just so good. So I really encourage Impaired to craft this card. This is basically, in my opinion, a non-negotiable craft. You must have this card at some point. Scorch destroys all the highest units. It sounds easy, but it's very important that you know this is not only for your opponent's side of the board, this is for the entire board. So you can self-scorch. It's kind of known as a bit of a rite of passage among Gwent players, but it is very, very possible, and you have to be very, very careful not to scorch your own unit. So if your unit is the tallest unit on the board, you don't want to play Scorch. We then look at Last Wish. Last Wish allows you to look at 2 random cards from your deck and then play 1. Yeah, it's a very simple access card, a thinning card. Just allows us, maybe when we're a little bit stuck and we don't know kind of what's the best play, it gives us a few options, right? At some point, I'm going to encourage Impaired for a future craft, a future gold craft, to have a Yennefer Enchantress. Yen Enchantress, I think, will replace Rainfarn, and it's really going to allow you to replay one of these. You could play a double Scorch or a double Last Wish, and this can be very, very useful. So I would strongly encourage that as a future craft as well. Vanhamar here allows us to spawn frost if we want some consistent damage over time. I mentioned before the mangonels are one of our only engines. Well, frost can kind of be considered an engine too. It's a weather engine. So that's another thing we can put down early in a round to get consistent ticks over time. If you're playing a 10 card round, that could be up to 20 points in value plus the 4-point body of Vanhamar. So it can be really worth thinking about playing this if you're in that situation where you think you can get a lot of value. Hoakim and Cantarella are both spies. That means they're played on the opponent's side of the board. Cantarella gives you an extra card, yes, and Hoakim pulls one of the cards from your deck and boosts it by 10. If you consider that you've put 5 points on your opponent's side of the board, it's essentially a 5-point boost to any unit from your deck. The problem is, it is the top bronze or silver non-spying unit, and you don't know what that is. We don't know what it is. So it's a bit of a gamble. When I first started playing this deck on stream, I was trying to use Hoakim as a finisher. There's just too much stuff that we don't want to pull late in the game in this. So I actually recommend using Hoakim reasonably early. If we have Cantarella in our hand, then that means that Rainfan can only pull Hoakim. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And I would recommend doing that earlier rather than later. That's not typically how it's done, but I think in this particular deck, Hoakim is really one of the silvers you want to look to replace in the future, and because of that, he is a bit of a dangerous card. But given that we're working with a very limited collection here, I've put Hoakim, Cantarella and Rainfan as a combo. I would recommend, as I said, switching out Rainfan for Yen Enchantress, and maybe replacing Hoakim with something like Cynthia would probably be a good craft. Cynthia is pretty solid, or a Seer. A Seer is actually used in a lot of different Nilfgaard decks and is a really solid craft. It's not particularly useful for our side, but a Seer also would help brick your opponent. So those are some ideas just for what could be replaced there. Okay, Henry. Now, I want to come back to Henry in a little bit because he's a very important card, and he's one of the cards that I'm asking Impaired to craft. He is not a very flexible card. He is only played in a reveal deck, but in this particular case I think he's very powerful. Cantarella, typical 13-point spy. Every faction has one. You play it on the opponent's side of the board, so you're giving them 13 points, but you're getting a card. In some situations, that trade-off can be very valuable. It can give you card advantage. It can allow you to push around too. There are some great YouTube videos. I really encourage you to do some searching to show you how to use card advantage spies in Gwent. I really encourage you to get on that. Maybe I'll make one at some point, but so far I don't have one, so I encourage you to look that up. Okay, so now let's talk about Henry. Henry is a great card. There comes a point in a reveal game where you've revealed a lot of cards on your side and on the opponent's side. Henry allows you to conceal those cards. In other words, you turn them back over. But there's a catch. As we can see here, it says conceal any number of units. If they're allies, boost by 2. If enemies, deal 2 damage. So, we can reveal lots of cards in our hand. For example, we can reveal Fire Scorpions. They hit for 5 damage. We play Henry. We conceal the Fire Scorpions, give ourselves +2 on each of them. And then if we play something like an Alchemist to re-reveal the Fire Scorpion, they deal damage again. So every time you reveal the Fire Scorpion, they deal damage. So I call this reloading. You can call it whatever you want, but that's how I call it. And it just provides us with a lot of value. Of course, it can also allow us to deal significant damage to our opponent by hiding their cards, but dealing 2 damage to them. So when they play them, suddenly they're worth 2 points less. Excuse me, and that can be very valuable. Let's have a look at the golds. We're running Kahir here. Kahir gives us re-access to Voorhis, but Kahir is a resurrection card. That means we have to play Voorhis reasonably early. Luckily, the strategy for reveal, as I mentioned, is to reveal opponents' cards early, get those golems out, reveal our Dalen soldiers, get those out on the board, and as a result, we are likely to be playing Voorhis in round 1 anyway. So Kahir is not a hard card to pull off. He'll give us even more reveal power, add even more power to our Henry, or allow us to re-reveal those fire scorpions, just give us that extra value. Rainfund. So I mentioned Rainfund briefly before. He allows us to play a bronze or silver spying unit. We have 2 spying units, that's Cantarella and Joachim. That means you always must have one of these in your deck if you find Rainfund. It's non-negotiable. Ideally, we want to have Cantarella and a Venendal Elite, I always forget the name of that card, I don't know why, in our hands so that we can do our little combo that I spoke about before, revealing the Cantarella and then playing the Venendal Elite to switch power with it. And then we can use Rainfund to pull Joachim reasonably early, in round 1 or round 2. It doesn't need to be, you know, your first move or anything like that, but in fact I would encourage you not to do it as your first move, but reasonably early. We don't want to leave it until the last minute, especially because whatever Joachim pulls could interfere with our Scorch, and we don't want that. Okay, and then our final gold is another reveal card. You reveal 2 cards, up to 2 cards in your hand, and that same number will be revealed randomly from the opponent's hand. It's that simple. So you can reveal 1 card in your hand and you'll reveal 1 of your opponent's cards. You can reveal 2 cards in your hand and you'll see 2 of the opponent's cards. Or you can reveal none and just play him for 11 points. I wouldn't recommend it, but hey, it's your game. You can do what you like. So that's the basic gist of it. The idea is, of course, to get these Dalen soldiers and Imperial golems out early, out-tempo the opponent. That means play a lot more points than the opponent so they cannot catch up. That would hopefully allow you to win on even, or to put your win on even number of cards, sorry, or to put your opponent down 2 cards after the first round if you're on red coin. Then we're aiming to just do a lot of revealing and concealing to get full value from mangonels and fire scorpions. And then basically we're hoping that our opponent is almost certainly playing higher units than us, and then we get a nice Scorch at the end. We can also use these fire scorpions to control a little bit the value of our opponent's cards, maybe get a double Scorch or a triple Scorch, that would be pretty nice. There's a lot of ways in which we can use these combos. So it's a good deck for beginners, but it's still complex and it still requires deck management. So as such, I think it's a really good way to learn a lot of skills necessary for mastering Nilfgaard as a faction. There are a lot of ways you can change this. If you're wondering what the ideal look is, then please visit gwentdb.com. They've got lots of different decks, and I'm sure you'll find many very effective reveal decks there. But given the collection we have, I think this is a really great deck. And I'm going to show you 2 games that we played with this deck on stream. Yet again, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you on my stream soon. Enjoy the games. Bye. I don't actually know what level Garlic is at, but I know that Garlic has also submitted his collection to me to possibly be episode 3 of Send Deck Pics. So we are going to play a game against him and hope that it's at a kind of similar level to where we'll be playing with this deck, where Impaired will be playing with this deck. Ah, you're trying to block butt. I struggle to say that. Hey, Vilgefortz! Welcome!
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Alright. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we always mulligan the Imperial Golem first. This is to get blacklist value. What is blacklisting? It means that we will not draw any more copies of this card. So once we click this button in the mulligan screen, we are not going to draw into any more golems. So that needs to be our first mulligan for that reason. We do not want to find any more of them. Thank you very much, and goodbye. There we go. We do want the Dalen soldiers in our hands. We don't mind the Venendal elites. Alchemist is okay. We could probably lose Joachim. We have Rainfund here. And we kind of want to find Cantarella for our hand. Okay, that's alright. Henry's fine. Maybe we lose Vanhammer. Who are we against? Yeah, we'll lose Vanhammer. Alright, that's not bad.
Thank you. You will vanish. We shall cast you into oblivion.
That's what I do. Alright, so...
Demons take you.
Oh, Garlic. Okay.
You like me. You really like
Hey,
me.
thanks for all the follows, guys. I appreciate that. Alright, so we're going to open with a Mangonel, I think. I'm just trying to see if there's anything nicer to do here. We could even open with an Alchemist, but then we lose value on the Mangonel. I don't love it. We could even open with Cantarella, to be perfectly honest. But we have so many things we don't want to draw into. No, I think we just drop the Mangonel, even though we don't get the 2 points from dropping it. There are no friendly emotes.
Praise be to the great sun!
Okay. So we have a few options, right? So the idea of this deck, the deck we're playing against is called Mere Hand Buff. And the idea of it, for those who might be a bit newer, is that they play a unit, they strengthen that unit, and then they use a Mere to pull it back into their hand. They then reveal it, and then they get a lot of buffs on other units via spotters and Magnet Divisions onto shields. So we could just burn it. But they almost certainly run more copies and other backup options. So I don't think burning it now is worth it. Also, we're probably going to get some aligned units later with which we can scorch. So I think right now, we could kill it, actually. Oh, hell yeah.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, I should have selected 2 of them. Ah, I stuffed it. I stuffed it. Oh, I didn't stuff it. Yes, I did stuff it. Damn it. So the idea was I had to reveal 2 of... I got freaked out by the rope. I had to reveal 2 of the scorpions so that we could kill it in one turn. But I stuffed it because I panicked.
Tomfoolery! Enough!
I think it's a little from column A and a little from column B, MCon. MCon thinks that it's a Knight, Slave Driver, Marjoram situation, but I think it's a combo deck. Played right into it? I know, it was terrible. I needed to reveal both of the Fire Scorpions. That was my mistake. Rather than revealing the Dalen, I needed to reveal 2 of their units, then reveal mine too. We can also Venendal the 12, since we don't have Cantarella in hand. Although, if he's playing Marjoram, then that's not actually helpful. Let's just drop an Alchemist, I think, onto this one. Let's see what else they're going with there.
What is it?
What else are you working with, friend? Hopefully no Car here. Why would they run Car here in this deck, though? Okay, well at least we've denied them some Bonheart value, right? Wait until he reveals the 18. It doesn't actually matter that much in terms of their value. I mean, it matters for later in the game when he plays the 18. But in terms of the value from the shields and the spotters, it boosts based on base power. So we're not actually denying ongoing value in that respect. Unfortunately.
Let's dance.
Alright. Cool. I think we play this now. We do have it. I mean, it's pretty high tempo, right? Does he catch up if we play that? Does he catch up? We could also hold it off. Because he's going to hold on to that 18 for a long time. So we can take our time here. We don't need to panic. We could also play Rainfarn actually into Cantarella. I don't hate it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I don't hate it.
Let us see.
Alright. Oh, this is nice. But the Dale and Soldier we do not want to find later. I think we go with this. The Alchemist is good because if we play Henry and then we hide the Fire Scorpions, then we get value later on when we reveal them again because, you know, and then they're played and it's just nice. Like, we're reloading them, basically. But I just don't want to find this Dylan Soldier later in the game. And so I think it's better that we play it sooner rather than later. This is more entertaining than the time I found out a layer of second unseen elder. I don't know what that means. But thank you. I assume it is a form of compliment. Why wouldn't you snipe the 18 right now? Because we're not desperate for tempo right now. We can snipe it at any time, but it would be much better. For example, if we end up giving him this round, then like around 2 we could stay ahead potentially by doing that. It's not looking so bad right now though. And as I said, it doesn't deny value. Look at this. Boost self by the base power of a revealed bronze or silver unit. We're not denying them ongoing value by doing that. Alright, but we are going to do this, I think.
13 years now I've served in Novigrad.
There we go. Great stream. I want to copy her deck. How can I get it? Well, Kodo, I've got some good news for you. I am going to be making a video, a YouTube video with this deck. If you go to my YouTube channel, then you can find it. You can find episode 1, which I've already made, and then episode 2 will hopefully be uploaded later tonight. Thanks, Dan, man. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, why Sun2? Because I haven't played Reveal in a while, so I'm probably making a few mistakes. We'll see how we go. Yes, One Dive. I won't stream for much longer. Our only win con is bricking spotters with Henry. Ah, I see. Well, the scale shields don't care, for one thing. But the idea was, maybe misguidedly, that then we can't do this. But you're right. You know what I should have done is play the Vanendal Elite first and then Henry'd it. You're right. That would have been a good move. Because then we'd get the value from the 18, but then we hide it for the spotters. Nice. Although we do also have Scorch available. If he plays another spotter, we've got such a sweet Scorch, my friends. Such a sweet Scorch. We've also got to decide how far into this we want to go. We can't play this yet. We can maybe find an alchemist this way. I think we risk it. How do we win if 23? We have to use Scorch if we play this. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. That's exactly what I was hoping
asks,
for.
You've not seen me.
Off to the front yet again.
So what I'm doing here, guys, part of what I'm thinking is that if they're playing another Wyvern Shield, they're gonna play it onto the 4s, right? So then hopefully they play 2 of them onto the 4s and then we start aligning shit. Get rid of the 23 with one of the Fire Scorpions and then we get a nice Scorch. Potentially. Keep your butt a bit down. Hope I don't wait a lot. Yeah, I hope not too, Kodo. We'll see how it goes. As long as if I can make the video tonight, then I will. If not, then it will be this week. We could have 3 Aretusa boys in open. Yeah.
No one can hide.
Yeah,
from
boys. Nice. That was a really good spy timing. You basically got a free spy there. And we can't pass now. Which is nice. Maybe we even play Hoakim now. In this matchup, I think Scorch is our finisher. I don't hate it. Although, as I said, if we play Vanendal, I think it's going to be hard for him to keep up. What do we find? Vanhamar? Alchemist? Mangonel. Yeah, you know what? I'm doing it.
Enough! Let us finish this.
I'll take it! Who bet on 3 Aretusa members? I can't remember actually what the bets were. I think I went 2. I think... Who bet 3? Flake? No, wait, this was before. Oh god, no, I'm all mixed up. I can't remember who bet what. So this is on the Gwent talk show, by the way, guys, which I host. I bet 2. Someone else bet 3, and I think Shinmiri voted 4. Oh no, sorry, this was our first episode, so it would have been LB Dutch Boy. I think. And it would have been McBeard, I guess? Not sure. Or was it with Kochwa? Oh my god, guys, I'm so mixed up. Worst memory ever. Any tips for beginners like me? Do not mill your leaders. Do not mill your leaders. That is my tip. I think we pass here. Yes, we give them the round, but I think we have some nice answers to it later. I don't love this situation here. It's 12. We go 18 ahead. He can catch up to that. Ah. I have a lot of trouble giving up round 1, I've got to be honest, guys. I'm not good at giving up round 1. The betting was with Gvardia and Andy won. Oh, no wonder I was so confused. I was like, this doesn't sound right. Yeah, absolutely. Swandive gives a really good suggestion. If you type !social, hang on, I can do that. There you go. Then you can see my Discord there. You can also add me on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. So there are options for you. What did you find, my friend? All right. I almost feel like, because what I'm worried about, right, is that they run out of things to boost with and then they end up playing the knight. So I almost feel like now is our moment to play our Venendal Elite. I know that we've got the double scorch, guys. I'm not blind. But do we take it now or wait? Because I feel like this is our finisher. This is our round 3. And we'll get a target for sure. Yeah. So what convinced me just then, what I was thinking, was that basically if they play a Wyvern Scale Shield, they have to play it on one of these units, right? And it ends up being lower than 23. So that means we still have the double Scorch available to us, even if they play a Wyvern Shield onto one of the low units. If they play it on the Cantarella, okay, it's a little bit different. Nice, okay. That was good. Okay, so we didn't have to use our one of our win cons. This is nice. We're just gonna dry pass, go into round 3. Save that Scorch. I know, Dash, I agree. I agree. It's all good, my friend. I am on it. Alright, we're going to... Doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll get rid of Car here. Nice, okay. We're going to open with Decree onto Kahir, onto Voorhis, and we're just going to reveal all their units. Basically. That's it. That's my grand scheme. Oh no, I said I was going to dry pass. I forgot to dry pass. I thought this was round 3. No! Ah, I failed. All right, guys, we're committed. You know, in Australia, we have a saying. We say, go hard or go home. So let's do this.
My men know the meaning of sacrifice.
Ayash says, why are you not playing Villain Trait Myth? So Adash, I don't know when you joined the stream, but basically today we are working on a series called Send Deck Pics. It's a series where I take newbies, they send me pictures of their collections. So their collections obviously are not full, so they are lacking cards. And then the challenge is, can we create a viable deck or something that can be played at a decent level by those newbies? So that's the idea.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Your only option is 2-0 now? I know. Or we could pass here. We could also pass here. 10. He mulliganed it. He mulliganed it. He didn't realize that it's by base strength. Yeah, I think I take the pass here. I don't think I go into this any deeper. This could put our Scorch at risk. Pass or get wrecked. Okay, guys, I'm passing. Chill. Chill, chill. I was just thinking it through. Really, guys, should I pass? I'm pretty sure you guys want me to play on, right? That's what I'm understanding from chat, that you guys really want me to keep playing.
Varu?
Alright. So this puts our Scorch at risk. He knows we play Scorch because he knows he's been watching us play this deck. So the question is, are we going to get our Scorch off? Huh. It's actually slightly problematic. I think we lose that. If we pull a Dalen Soldier, we are not unhappy, so that could compromise our Scorch, and I don't like it. Alright, fine. Eat the spy? Oh my god, Anti-Held, I can't believe you remember that. That's hilarious. Chat so subtle. I know, right? So for those who might be new to my chat, we have a kind of running joke that chat always tells me everything like 10 times, even when I get the message the first time. So don't feel bad. You're not the first people to do it. It's just ongoing. Yes. That was your first ever stream? Oh, no wonder you stuck around, right? Pass? Okay. You want me to pass? Alright, what do we think the last card is? We've seen 3 golds. Do we think there's a 4th hanging out in there? If so, what is it? Triss Telekinesis, perhaps?
You really like me.
Kodo, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. We know that a 10 is going to come down. This is what worries me, though, is the 11. That's also why I'm not playing this Frost right now. But this is going to play for a Wyvern Scale Shield, so we're definitely going to see... Because they put one back in their deck, right? Alright, so we're gonna see something. Alright, let's just do this.
I knew you would ask for this.
Ooh, that's why they put it back in their deck. Vanima Frost. Yeah, I probably should have actually, once I decided that I wanted to do that, I should have played the Frost first. You're right. I lost a bit of value there.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Alright. So we're going to Frost the back row now. We're not going to have enough targets to get value out of Shrike, so I think this is better. Or is it? Hang on. Huh. Maybe not. Shrike is definitely going to get 4. Frost is going to tick for 1, 2... No. Frost is safer. Frost is safer.
Your words mean nothing now.
I mean, I probably could have gotten more value on it with the Shrike, but I think it's just safer to go with the Frost in this case. Of course, because it doesn't show the revealed card. Right you are. We all see 4 golds. Lucky your Scorch is not revealed? Well... Ooh. Can we do anything about that? Not in time. Not in time. We're gonna hit the back row because the Frost is ticking on it anyway. We've already got the 15-point Scorch guaranteed. Yeah, he knows we're playing Scorch, so he must know it's coming. Does Rainfun even have a target right now? He's played Cantarella and Hoakim. I think it's just a 5-point card right now. You guys, maybe you guys know this deck better than I do, but is the deck he's running any other spies? I don't think so.
Order will triumph. It must triumph.
Demons take you.
Yep, he's not happy. Asking chat for what his deck runs? I don't know this deck. I mean, someone said this is the Marjoram Abomination. I'm not familiar with it. Double R. Good one, Santu. I missed that. He does have another spy. Okay.
Barbarians all.
Hang on. Oh, that's my Joachim. Rookie error. Rookie mistake.
Praise be to the great sun!
And we win by 2 points, thanks to Frost. Whew. That many misplays, guys. Never punished. Frost MVP. Frost OP, guys. Now, Ocean Mud followers will agree with me on that one.
Like a boss.
Thanks, guys. Double 10 Scrock wouldn't have worked. Well, in the end, no, it wouldn't have. Good game. Good game, Garlic. That Frost. That Frost, though. Yeah. I made a few mistakes, Garlic. You can watch it back later and you'll see I made some mistakes, but yeah. But that's the basic idea of how this deck should work. So I'm glad that we got a chance to kind of show that, because showing 2 losses was not going to be fun for anyone. But yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes, right? That's how we learn. Also, it's been so long since I played Reveal, but anyway, here we are. Getting back into it. Alright guys, what do you think? We play one more and then be on our merry way. We might go to, maybe we go to casual and then we get paired with someone a little bit lower down the rung. Let's see. Last game and then I'll shuffle you guys off. Yeah. I wanted some removal. Yeah, I mean, it's just not that kind of... Oh, you mean you're talking about the slave driver, right? Oh, I see. Yeah, Garlic, that's important. Even though I reduced the actual power down to 1, you still could have been boosting by 18. Yeah. I noticed that when we went into round 3 and I didn't see it there anymore. I was like, ah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. But there you go. Pro tip. Santu. Oh, you guys. I'm sorry you don't like the bot. It's a trial run. Just let him be for now and we'll see how it goes. Anti-Held obviously loves it. Okay.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Alright, so we're playing against a rank 9 running Arrakis Queen. It's got 15 cards in the deck, so it's a 25 card deck. So let's assume that this is for a NECA deck, basically. I'm not sure how many answers we have for NECAs except for Scorch once the Arrakis Queen is played. We definitely blacklist the Golem, as usual. Very nice. We've got our Henry. I think we lose Joachim for now. He's too confusingly insecure in the first round. So let's lose him. If they are NECAs, then we're not going to find a lot of value in this Venendal. Let's hold it. Let's see what we can do with this. It's not ideal, but it's workable. Yep. You could swap Venomer for Vader Maker so we have a fog source. Do you feel that the fog is worth... I mean, why? But if we're running Scorch, why would we play Fog? The Frost is worth more to us, surely. We want to chip away at the low value units, not the high value ones. Speaking of which, maybe we could Vanhamar now. Frost on that row. If they keep killing NECAs, then it's going to be good for us. That's true. It's about true. Good point.
Tell me what you've got.
This is just going to chip away at these low value NECAs while they're small.
Fog me, daddy.
Yeah. I'm surprised, actually. Oh, okay. That was probably not the best move on his behalf. At the start of the game, you have 3 NECAs in your deck. So he just voluntarily got out the second one. Anti-Held, you are not Buttspot. You are not Buttspot. Alright, so we're actually going to reveal 2 of their units. We're going to reveal our Fire Scorpion. No, actually, we're going to reveal 2 of their units, 3 of their units, our Fire Scorpion. Yes, that's the end of my sentence. I'm sorry. I know it sounded like I was going to say more, but I was not. Right, and now we kill this Necker and we get out the 3rd one. Oh, no, it's going to do it for us. Damn, alright. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go, and then I guess their strategy is not great anymore. Yeah, type exclamation mark boss. Kill the evil shark, Kondalu, in his lair in the middle of the ocean. Did I sound like a guy, like, talking about movies? I feel like that's how guys talk about movies. I, think that, in Terminator, Okay, well, I can't say I understand it, but let's roll with this. We're gonna pass? No. Okay, great. Good, I'm glad I asked. Well, that's all his Neckers. So his Neckers are gone now, which is good news for us, bad news for him. I don't hate this. We've got access to Kahir here. Maybe even Rainfarn. We could push this round. In fact, I think we will. Maybe we lose an Alchemist here. We've got a lot of... Oh, yeah, one. We can lose one of them. What? Just one. Just one. Yeah, okay. Just one. That's okay. That's okay. This is a very German thing that they do. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Germans, but they do this thing where they go... They make this, like, what's called a Schmollmund. It's kind of like this pouty mouth thing. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a very German thing, though. Other places don't do it. No one in English is going to be like, oh, yeah, I think it's okay. No one will do that. But the Germans do it. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just their thing. Alright, so we can actually, since we've got Vatia, and we've got an Alchemist, I don't think we need to play this for Kahir. I think we play this for Rainfarn, Cantarella, and then we push this round. Maybe I should have thinned a bit before I did this. But oh well, let's run with this. Okay, that's not terrible. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, we'll take the Alchemist, I guess. Nah, fuck it. Let's play with fire. Because here's what I'm thinking, right? If we reveal 2 of these and we get an Alchemist, then we've enabled the rest of it. So we're good. Now that you say it, I realize I actually do that sometimes. Yeah. Alright, ladies, gotta go. Hey, no worries, Swandive. Have a wonderful day. Gute Nacht. I'm on Australian time. I've been transitioning my sleep, so I'm staying up. I'm basically not sleeping between now and my flight, which is in 12 hours. Alright. I think we drop that in now. We could even pass, honestly. Nah.
All is in place.
I just don't like passing. It's just...
Off to the front yet again.
It's like the longer I play... See, I knew we'd get some more reveal. The longer I play Gwent, the less positive I feel about giving up rounds. I have this intense desire to push every round. It's not good, actually, because it's not always the right thing to do, but it's just... My instinct has become a lot more aggressive. When I started streaming about 7 months ago, my instinct was quite the opposite. I was like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I can get a card now, so I guess I'll do it now. Or, oh, I don't know, I like these cards. Oh, I'm going to give it up here. And I would just, you know, give it up. But my instinct now is to push, always. Anyway, there we go. So he obviously wasn't too happy with his performance in that one. But again, we get a win. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed Send Deck Pics episode 2. If you want me to have a look at your collection and build you a deck, please go to the Discord link below and I will be happy to make a video for you. It could be you. In the meantime, hit that subscribe button and I will see you around. Bye.